Hello, hello, hello. Kevin Epps here, Digital Brilliance Hour with another slight tutorial, I guess you could call this. I'm doing something slightly different because I found this resource on ChronoCrash, and I feel like this would be beneficial to anyone trying to learn how to build stages, you know, who've watched my tutorials, who want to learn a little bit more. This resource gives you really good examples on how to do these things, just on how to build them out. I recently did a video on reading comprehension, so you're going to be using a little bit of that when you're looking at these resources. Reading comprehension is going to be key when it comes to growth in engineering in itself, really. So just building those fundamentals, that's what we're trying to do. And before we get started, I did want to mention that I'm going to be on vacation for like 2 weeks. So for 2 weeks, after this week, there won't be any videos posted. But don't worry though, while I'm off, I'm actually going to be building quite a bit of videos, at least for that second week. And 1 week, I'm just going to be chilling, you know. Needed some time off because, you know, we're going to be starting our workshop on April 4th. So that is the 11-week workshop where we train 9 to 12-year-olds on software development and music production, and it's very involved. It's very collaborative, so there's a lot that goes into it. So I usually need to take a little break before we get started so I can be better prepared and mentally prepared to make sure the students get everything they're supposed to get. So can't wait to start that. But without further ado, let's go ahead and get into it. ChronoCrash, we're at the ChronoCrash website. And all you need to do is just go to downloads, and go to the downloads area. The name of the tool is called OpenBOR templates, I believe. And I stumbled across it actually doing another video. I can't remember which one. I think it might have been a reading comprehension one, or yeah, it might have been a reading comprehension one, I believe. But here it is, OpenBOR template. This came out in October 2021, so we'll go ahead and click on it. 1.0. So it shows the examples of the regular default, you know, 3D levels, you know, regular level, regular beat 'em up levels. And then you also have the 2D side scrolling and vertical scrolling levels with no Z axis movement. So I've actually already downloaded, but I'm just going to show you that there are 2 available downloads here if you look at it here. So just click on these. Make sure you have to be logged in to download. You can't download without actually having an account. So I've actually already downloaded these and extracted these. So I'll be right back. All right, now we're back. So I have both of them extracted. I have them added to my DBH game class folders, both of them. So what comes in them is a data folder, you know, the project folder, and the packs folder in both of these. So remember, all you need is really the packs or the data. You already know how to unpack and pack the information in projects. You can extract it or pack it into a pack file. And all you need is the OpenBOR engine file to actually run this information. So I'm actually going to go grab that from my main OpenBOR in my DBH course folder. All right, DBH course, and then I'm in main OpenBOR, then build, and I'm just going to copy this OpenBOR file, engine file. I'm just going to go back where I was. So we need one in this template version, this default version, and I'm gonna also put one in the 2D version. And I'm actually gonna start with 2D just so you can see what examples they have loaded in this version. So I'm gonna go ahead and run it. All right, and actually I'll make this bigger so people can see. So yeah, so it has, you know, it's built off the regular blank 2D or blank canvas version of this OpenBOR engine. And actually, my main OpenBOR repo is based off of that blank 2D mod as well. So I'll go ahead and go to options, video. Let's make this just a little bit larger. Let's get, here we go. So just make it we'll make it 2.5. All right. Just wanted you to be able to see what was going on. Sorry, game, new game. All right, so they have many different modes here. And we're just gonna start with the first one and go on down. So we have subway train. They got quite a few, maybe like 5 characters loaded. So you have Cyclops. I'm going backwards. So I'm hitting left. We got Maria from Symphony of the Night. I forgot this woman's name from doggone, which Castlevania is that? I keep wanting to say Dissonance. I believe it is Dissonance. It might be a different one. Forgot his name too, but Castlevania characters, we'll just say that. I forgot their names. This looks like Simon Belmont. This is from Hagani. And yeah, so these are the ones. So I'm actually gonna just use this guy because he has a double jump, which is cool. So anyone who is interested in how to do a double jump, there's an example already in this game that you can use. And I'm actually gonna look that up just to see, but this is just an example, and I'm able to run with them. You know, there's the regular attack. Okay, so he has like a helper that he can use. That's pretty cool. Anything else? Okay, no. All right. Whoop, I did that last time. Okay. There we go. So I am still running through. We got some holes to jump up. Holes to jump over. Here we go. I don't know why that jump is a little slow on it, but yeah. So here we go. Here's a platform. I'm running on the train. See how far this goes. Yeah, this is a whole. Okay, I guess the ones without the divider I'm cool with. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Tried to get me, okay. So, yeah, I didn't realize this was as long as it was. I may have to, here we go. This is Julius Belmont. Oh, Julius from, yeah, I know which one. I just can't think of the name of it. Yeah, I can't think of the name of it. But I know what he's from. I know which one he's from. Toma, I think his name is. Yeah, I can't remember. All right, so that's one. That's one stage. So it's a train. So it has a lot of different elements. It has the scrolling front panel, the scrolling back panel, and it also has the actual train itself. So there's an example of many different parts of that stage. So now we're just going to go to this building here. I'm actually going to use I forgot he doesn't have a double jump. I think he's the only one who doesn't. So yeah, so this is the building. I need to see, let me choose a different one real quick. Oh, it doesn't matter. He jumps just as high as Cyclops does. I thought there was a way I could get up there, but yeah, so this is a building. So this is 2D. Oh, I didn't know you had the And you also have, oh yeah, I'm definitely gonna have to look at this character. Anyway, alrighty. Go to end game. And don't worry, we'll go through each one of these just so you can see. I'm gonna stay with Victor Julius here. Oh, whoa, whoa. Doggone. So you have some. I mean, this is. Who can even? There we go. This is crazy. Like. Oh boy. I'm looking for a bar. Am I actually gonna be able to? There we go with these stupid skulls again. All right. Oh my goodness. Wow. Stop putting me right there. Okay, this is ridiculous. Okay. Okay, so maybe it's not set for me to actually win, but yeah. So here's some multiple platforms on one game. Something just happened. Don't know what just happened. Okay, let's run this again. So here's battle 2. Oh, because he's too tall for this. All right, need a shorter guy. Yeah, enough of those. All right, so vertical. Just go there. So vertical. Again, this is really just for. And there are, I think there are animations related to when you step on and step off a platform. Excuse me. Man, his attack, that lead in takes a little too long. I'm in there. All right. He must have a weak. There we go, man. There we go. Oh, there we go. I really hate these stupid. This guy. Oh, all right, here we go. Anyway, I mean, the purpose isn't for the playthrough. It's just to really show you the. It's really supposed to just show you the stage design. So we'll go ahead to the next one. So there's verticals. We got vertical 2. Let me choose somebody else here. Ah. Okay. So we're starting at the top and fall to the bottom. So yeah, ooh, yee. Yeah, that you have to work on that. That messes with my senses when I see those long drops like that. So we have to speed up the. We'll have to speed up the camera zoom or movement. Yeah, there we go. Oh yeah, straight 2D. straight 2D. All right. So that's vertical 2. I mean, do that. All right. Then we'll look at battle E here. Let's choose her. Let's see what happens. Okay. Thought there was somebody coming, but yeah, so it's the same stage type. She has a quicker attack release though. I think we have the train and the waterfall. Look at Maria here. See what she has. So here's the train. Okay. So here's a projectile. So if you ever, I mean, I already did a video on this, but if you ever want to see, whoa. If you ever want to see how this person is throwing a projectile, this is her main move. This is her attack 1. So here's I mean, there's a whole lot in this package here that you can get examples from. It's great. All right, so that's the train, and then we have one more, which is the waterfall. All right, and then the waterfall, and then we're going to look at the regular 2D, well, the regular beat 'em up style, so the pseudo default. So we used Cyclops, we used Maria, we used her, we used him, we used Julius. I believe this is Simon. Oh, Kruger Bliss. I don't know who that is. He has a double jump as well. Yeah, I'm definitely going to be looking at this double jump. Oh, here's a waterfall. But yeah, so these are all the examples. This came with a great many. Okay, so he can. Okay, yeah, so we'll just pause here. But yeah, it's pretty cool. There are a lot of examples that you can pull from in this one here. So go ahead and end this game. I'm gonna go ahead and close this out. So check this one out, man. I mean, and it has a lot more than you think. It's not even just about the stage styles. You know, it has like different types of players with different features that you normally don't see, that I usually see questions about. So, all right, so let's go to the default. Do the same thing. And again, I think there's only like 2 or 3. You make this larger. Okay, yeah, 3. All right, so this is just a regular, and I think you only have access to Donovan as a player here. So these are just regular beat 'em up style stages. So these are just 3 other example types of a stage. That use, I'm imagining that they use different type of coding to build these stages out, but we'll see. Get out the way. All right, so okay, so you can see that there's a the moon background scrolling in the distance. Then you have the buildings. Then you also have this foreground here. So that is one type of stage here. And I believe there's also, oh, what in the world? Oh boy, and again. Okay, he has a juggle. Yeah, I was trying not to get hit. I see y'all like to make games where there's 50 million people on the screen. Okay. Man, why do they punch so fast and I punch so slow? All right. I'm really enduring this for y'all just so I can see what that background is, that object is in the background. I'm trying to see if that is an extra object or extra layer, or can't even get there because the game too doggone hard. All right, but anyway, I'll look at it in the in OpenBOR stats. I mean, really, why y'all trying to make this game so hard? All right, so truck ride, same thing. This is, you're gonna be going to the left, I believe. So this is a whoops, and it's, I tell you. There we go. Okay. I'm not even gonna worry about this. Okay, so we'll keep going. So we're riding on the truck. You see the background. You see another layer in front of the background, scrolling in different speeds. You're on the truck itself, which is the panel. You're able to go back and forth on it. So ride on the truck. So a good example here. All right, and then the last one, slums. So this is going to be your typical Final Fight style. So this is built using the Final Fight assets. So again, your typical background panel as your floor. Yeah, so and all the buildings and everything are in the panel. I was about to say something about it. Okay. I see y'all are trying to block, huh? All right. Oh, another thing I'm noticing. So behind, if you're looking at the life bar, you can notice that the background of the life bar is transparent. I don't know if it's always been like that, or maybe I just didn't notice. I have to look at mine to see, but yeah. All right. So those are these. So these are regular, but these are really good examples if you wanna see different types of examples. I may incorporate using these in my class. So we'll go ahead and quit. Now that we see how everything's run, let's actually look at how these are coded up in OpenBOR stats. So let's go ahead and open that up. Okay, so we have it open. So first, let's open up. I'm definitely curious about that double jump. So, but first, let's go to the template 2D. Go to the data folder. That's the project folder. We'll look at the levels first. So we'll look at one of these battles. We'll look at here. Battle 3. So this is, you have your background. If we turn this P-trans on and refresh, no, okay, interesting. So you have the back and the battle, but for some reason the panel isn't showing the P-trans for some reason, which is fine. But anyway, this is all it is. It has a background being added, and it has the panel, and then you have the direction set to both. You have the spawn of where you spawn. Then you have platforms. Okay, so we'll have to look at these platforms. So apparently, in order to have a platform, you need to create a model for this platform. So that's one thing we're going to look at. Let's go ahead and close this out. Let's look at the subway train. Subway train. So again, see, this is using things a little different here. You have the background, then you have the BG layer being called, and you got panels here, which seems like a very long panel then if you're only having A and B for the order. But you got the panels here, you got your foreground layers, background scrolling speed, you got the walls here. And so I'll do a tutorial on how to write out walls. Again, you're gonna have to do this using a little math here to make it work, just like spawning. But yeah, so these are the walls that are being added. These are the holes here that are added. Actually, I'll just show you real quick about one of these walls here. So this wall here, this is the first wall. So it's starting at 0. Actually, we can just look at this real quick. So we have, instead of me trying to spell it out like that, so you have the X position and the Z position, right? Remember, the Z position is this position here. This is this position, the diagonal floor position, I guess you could call it. So the X position is at 0, so it's starting at 0 here, and then you have Z position at 200. The upper left is -500. So upper left is going all the way off the screen. So -500 off the screen. Lower left is also -500, which is also, so the upper left of the wall here, lower left of the wall here. So again, going off the screen, -500. Then the upper right, which is this end, upper right is 890. So if we start here, this should be 890. Yeah, 890. And as you can see down here, when you move your mouse, it'll change to around 890. There's 890 right there, 890. And the same thing for the lower right, which is this one here, which is 890 as well. So the depth is the thickness of the wall. The alt is the height. So the 100 is the thickness. So the thickness of the wall is 100 pixels. The height of the wall is 75 pixels. So that's how tall it is. Well, we'd have to go from here. Yeah. So if we take this here, we got 889. We'll just say 889. Oh, sorry, I'm using the wrong one. Y position 216. Let's say 141. 216, 141. That's 75. 141 plus 75 is 216. So this is the actual height. Again, the thickness is set to 100. The thickness is from here to here. So it's difficult to see when you're looking at it here, but when you're playing it in the game, it's only this thick. So, you know, people actually can't get through the wall because it's supposed to be a platform. So this makes its platforms a little different. So you have, it's using walls and holes to create the platforms instead of, models. Okay. So that is the train. That's the subway train. Let's look at the building here. Building, still using background in the panel and a foreground layer instead of foreground to display everything. Got the scroll speed. Okay, good. Scroll speed. All right, so you have your wall here. So using walls again. Changing the Y position of the stage to 1900. It must be a tall wall. We're also spawning some walls here, so we're gonna have to look at these. We're gonna have to look at these models as well. So that's the building. Let's look at the train. Then we'll look at the vertical and waterfall. Look at the train here. So you have the background. You have the 4 different background layers that are scrolling at different speeds. Then you have the panels for the train itself. So it's broken up into panels. I mean, broken up into smaller panels. So to refer to these, you have A through I. And so this is the order that they have. Directions left to right, so you can move left and right. You have some spawns here. You also got some platforms here. So we'll have to look at those. All right, and then let's look at vertical. So here's the background, and then here's the panel, which is the building itself. And so then you're spawning the platforms. Okay, so again, you have backgrounds you're spawning, and you have platforms that you can spawn as an option, and you also can use walls and holes to signify the platforms. All right, so now we'll just look at waterfall. Waterfall, so you got the background, which is so we have to look at that background because remember the background was animated. So we'll need to look at that background. I could go ahead and tell you now that this is not an animated, this is not going to be an animated image. So the background is set to back. We can look at waterfalls here. These are the different panels for the waterfall, as you can see spelled out here. Here's the order of them. You can go left and right, but then you have the spawn of waterfalls and the platforms and holes and everything. So again, we're just going to look at all those now. So now that we've looked at the levels, let's look at the models. Look at what kind of models you can actually use here. Look at obstacle. So you have an empty obstacle. Here we go. So all the platforms, and that makes sense. All the platforms are listed as none. So let's just look at some of these platforms here. Let's start with a waterfall. So here's the waterfall. So if we animate it, this is the waterfall. So this is what shows up in that waterfall there. And this is an actual model instead of a background image. So they cleverly used this model instead. So if we go back, use this model. So we have 1 showing up here, and then this is what chords. So at 0, at chords 140 to 120, 140 to 22. So at 140, 22, 140, I meant 222. I don't know why I keep saying 140. 140, 222. So 140, 222. There we go. And 140. Anyway, you get what I'm talking about. So 140, 222. So it shows up here. There's going to be an offset to make this look proper. So if we go back, so we got 140. So where's 268? 268 is here. So they're loading at least 2 of these here. Okay. So if we go back to waterfall, let's look at idle. Where's the offset? Okay, offset is at 200. Let me go to frames. So the offset is down here towards the bottom right. Okay, so that's why. All right, so the offset is down the bottom right. That's why there's the spawn offset is kind of weird looking because of where the offset is based on this model. But I mean, you don't necessarily have to understand that part. Just know that it is lining this up on the stage. There's a set layer, and again, this is actually I'm glad I'm saying this because there was already a question in regards to using animated panels, animated backgrounds. So this is a perfect example of that. You have this. You could either use a panel or you could use a none type model, where you're setting up here. You can set the layer. The layer, it determines, you know, where on the z-axis. Like I said, like the z-axis is like front and back. So this window is in the front. This window is behind this window. So this window being behind this window, this is on a lower z-axis value than this number. So that's why there's a set layer of -5 to keep it in the background. Then you have the anti-gravity and the off-screen kill. This is just determines how strong this is and compared to the gravity. Off-screen kill determines, you know, how far off screen. So it's set to 3,000 because you don't want it to be killed off. You want it to remain on the screen. If you walk away from it and need to come back, you don't want it going anywhere. So that's why there's like a huge number of 3,000 depending on the size of the stage or whatever. So he was able to set up everything in the actual model itself. So then when it spawns, it does what it's supposed to do in the stage. And that's why it appears like it appears. So that's the waterfall. Okay, let's go to platform. One of these platforms here. All right, does the same thing, but it has a set layer of 1 because this is going to appear in the foreground. So as a set layer of 1, the default layer or default Z value is 0. So 1 is going to appear above anything else above. It's going to appear above 0. Anything else set to 0. So if we go to idle, so here's one of these platforms here that I was able to jump on. So there's a platform value here. So you're able to, let me go here. So yeah, there we go. I was wondering what was going on. All right, so here's the platform value. Here's there's an offset here, but it'd probably be better. I don't think you'd be able to do it from here. Whoa, 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 whoa. I didn't mean to do that. I'll make sure I don't save it. But anyway, platform, you have the upper left, the lower left. It works just like a wall. So the upper left, lower left. Then you have the upper right, lower right, depth, and alt. So again, it's just like a wall. You're just adding a wall to a model. So same thing you did in the stage. So this is a more optimized way of going about it. Instead of, you know, defining all these walls on one stage, you can just build models to house that information. So all you have to do is just spawn it right where it needs to be. So I'm gonna go ahead and close this out. No, we'll look at this other platform. Same thing, set the layer 2 this time instead of 1, so it would appear in front of the other panel if they were placed at the same space. And it also has a platform, i.e. a wall, set on it. And we'll do one more. Let's do this platform. So there's no set layer on it, so that means the set layer is set to 0. Another platform, and actually there's nothing in this. This is just a empty. Okay, so these are just empty images here that serve as platforms. Interesting. Okay, so they just use these. So these are empty images that they use. So this will be more like a wall in itself. So these are empty images. These are models that don't display anything, but are invisible walls or invisible platforms. So you can plot these anywhere over any drawing and things of that nature. So that's a good way to go about this too. So again, like just going through these codes here. Okay, here's the bat, but going through this code here, let's see. All right, another platform. Here's the I think this is for the train. So they're all in none, but the platforms definitely need to be none. I mean, I think the waterfall could also be considered you could also have it as a panel too, but none, you know, the none you'd be able to use for anything as well, so it doesn't really matter. So yeah, I like how, you know, you went about this. Models are key though to making optimized games in the engine for sure. All right, and one other thing I wanted to look at was, we'll just do Julius here, was that double jump. I wanted to look at that double jump. So here we have a typical model here, typical player model. Okay, and so it does have some moves, but I didn't know anything about that. Let's see here. There's a bounce here. What does bounce mean? Determines whether the enemy will bounce or not after. Okay, so this is based on when they touch the ground from falling. So all right, so nothing here that relates to the double jump. So now let's go to jump, because that's where the double jump happens, right? And you actually have you have the double jump, and then after the double jump you have the jump kick, and all of those are performed just using the jump button, FYI. So we'll go to jump here. Okay, so you have the jump, there's no loop, there's a cancel. So you can cancel out of this jump animation by hitting the jump key. Jump key then goes to free special 2. So if we go to free special, so cancel is how you're able to do the double jump basically. All right, FYI. So, but anyway, you have, and then you also have a air special too. If you wanted to do a air special, which special is this? 4. So if you have an air special, let's look at 4. Okay, so you have like a little uppercut that you do. But going back to free special 2, this is the double jump. So there's a jump frame. So this is another jump. This is a double jump. So the frame, height, speed X. So at frame 1, you're doing another jump. And then if you press jump again, you could also, you can also do the special move. But if you press jump again, then you're going to go the free special 3, which is the actual kick. So this kick, okay, I didn't know there's a dive. So that's what I'm saying, man. This tool right here, if you just go through and just read through these commands, you just learn so much just by reading through code. This tool is extremely helpful. But anyway, so dive, this makes you dart down like I was able to do in the game. So there was the cancel is what allowed you to do the double jump. So if we start at jump, if you press jump again, you'll go to free special 2. And if you're in this animation, you press jump again, then you'll go to free special 3, which is the darting kick. Perfect. Yeah, so that is how you do the double jump. I believe there was something else I was going to look at, but I think we've learned quite a bit just from this one example. Again, you can always refer to this if you want to learn more, but this is how you grow, man. I mean, I can't specify this enough. This is how you grow in learning more about the engine. So this is one. So now we'll go ahead and go to the default one. Okay, so template defaults, go to data. All right, so this is open now. So we're just going to look at some of these stages. So I'm gonna click on this one. This was the stage I was on. That was the hardest all get out. Okay, so I wonder which editor is this. OB editor he probably edited this with. Music is set. Music is with a BOR file. You can also use the OGG. Using a regular, regular file here, a regular stage type. So you got the background, you got the panel, and you got the front panel. Okay, and then you have some walls set up to prevent you from going above certain areas. Okay, so here is that. Oh, I was towards the end. I didn't realize that. I mean, it's hard to tell. But yes, I was toward the end. This is what I was trying to see. And we set a wall around it so you wouldn't be able to go past this. Even with these buildings, you set walls around the building. So as you can see, like this is more of a catacornered wall, a triangle shaped wall. And then, the spawns are all these doggone enemies that were showing up. All right, we'll go to the truck, same thing. You have the background, which is this image here. You have 2 background layers. You have 2 black background layers that are scrolling, and then you have the panel, which is the actual truck itself. And you're able to go back and right, left and right. You have these drums that were being spawned. So that is how this is being loaded up. So yeah, we'll just do slums real quick. Same thing. This is more of the typical style that we already know and love. You have the background, and like I said, you got these panels here with the walls and the floor. And I don't think there was a foreground anywhere. No, there's not a foreground. So you have the light set for the shadows, how you want the shadows to appear on the ground. So yeah, so this is again, man, definitely check these tools out. This went way longer than I thought it was, to be completely honest. I just got kind of fascinated with what was here, and I'm always trying to learn. I don't profess to know everything about OpenBOR. The more tutorials that I do, I'm actually learning myself. and then I'm just sharing what I learned. So as I was going through this video, I was learning, just going through this these templates for the first time. So I appreciate you guys for checking this out. Again, if you want to download it, just go to ChronoCrash.com, go to the downloads or resources section. The name of it is, I'll put a link in the description, but the name of it is called OpenBOR Template 1.0. Definitely download this and check them out. You know, you'll get better, even better at this, at OpenBOR by doing this. Before I leave, again, just make sure to like and subscribe and all that good stuff. Again, I'm going to be gone for 2 weeks, going on vacation. As I said, we're starting an 11-week workshop with students aged 12 through 19. I don't know if I said that before, where they're actually learning game development through OpenBOR and music production. So it's an 11-week program. They get trained in the material. So a lot of these tutorials, they're actually learning. They're going to be learning based on a lot of these tutorials that are on YouTube, but they also have the teacher to kind of explain and make sure that they go through these things. So there's going to be a level of training, and then also an internship where they're actually working on games like Ogre's Mayhem. Ogre's Mayhem is a game that's built by the students in our DBH workshops. So again, it's very involved. The students learn a lot. So that's why I needed to usually take at least a week or two off to get prepared for that and be mentally prepared, and just, you know, I just want to make sure the students learn everything they need. We have a lot of return students too, so they're learning more from the last time. So, but yes, I appreciate y'all watching this. Make sure to check out this this template, and you guys have a great week, great 2 weeks. Y'all stay brilliant. Peace. We hope you're learning what you can from these free tutorials. Again, if you feel you need more in-depth or extensive services or extra help with learning and getting the most out of this, and don't want to wait on the videos, please feel free to join our DBH community for only $5. That doesn't mean you can't ask questions on here though. So if you have any comments or questions, please feel free to post those. Like and share this playlist for those who may need it. At the end of the day, we just want to help people build their engineering and coding skills to be efficient wherever they want to go. I'm Kevin. Appreciate you watching, and be brilliant. Peace.